Okay, on this video, I'm going to show you how to solve a system of equations with a process called elimination. And we're going to start out where all you need to do is add the two equations together. So if you have a system like this, if you add them together, negative 7x plus 7x is 0. So the x's are eliminated. That's why we call it elimination. Then 2y minus 5y is negative 3y. And negative 29 plus 20 is negative 9. So then you divide both sides by negative 3, and you get y equals positive 3. Once you get your first letter, you need to plug it back up into one of the equations and solve for the other letter. So if I take the top one, negative 7x plus 2y, and y is 3, equals negative 29. So negative 7x plus 6 is equal to negative 29. So we can subtract 6 from both sides. So then I have negative 7x equals negative 35. Divide both sides by negative 7, and you get x equals positive 5. So I have 5 and 3, so my answer is 5, 3. So if you were to graph this, they would cross at 5, 3. Okay, let's do let's move over here to number 4. So if we try to add these together, we get a negative 5 and a negative 8, which would be a negative 13. And if we add these together, we get a negative 10. So it would not be eliminated. But these two are the same number. So if I multiply the bottom equation by a negative 1, I would get a positive 8x, a positive 5y, and a positive 11. The top equation is negative 5x minus 5y equals 10. I'm going to leave it the same. So I do that so that I end up with a negative 5y and a positive 5y. So that now cancels out. Negative 5x plus 8x is 3x. 10 plus 11 is 21. So divide both sides by 3, and you get x equals 7. Okay? If you want to do these problems in class, we're going to actually also do number 2 and number 3. Then we have, let's do one more here. So we have a negative 9x and a negative 9x, so we need one of them to be positive. So if I multiply the bottom one by a negative 1, it becomes positive 9x minus y equals positive 6. You're just changing the sign of everything. Then the top stays the same. Negative 9x minus 5y equals 30. Add it together, the x's cancel. Negative 5 plus negative 1 is negative 6, so I have negative 6y. 30 plus 6 is 36. Divide both sides by negative 6, and you get y equals negative 6. Take that y value and plug it into one of these. So if I use the top one, and either one would work, it doesn't matter. So negative 9x minus 5 times y, which is negative 6, equals positive 30. So negative 5 times negative 6 is positive 30. So negative 9x plus 30 equals 30. So we'll subtract 30 from both sides. And we're going to get 0 on that. So we get negative 9x on this side, but that equals 0. That's okay. That's not infinite solution or no solution. 0 divided by negative 9 is 0, so we get x equals 0. So this ordered pair is 0, negative 6. Okay, let's do one word problem. Ted and Cody are selling wrapping paper for a school fundraiser. They can buy rolls of plain or shiny. So we've got plain and shiny. So I've got 6 rolls of plain wrapping paper and 1 roll of shiny wrapping paper brought in $84. And then we have another situation. Cody sold 14 plain and 1 shiny and brought in $172. Find the cost of 1 roll of each. So x is going to be the cost or price of plain, and y is going to be the cost of the shiny. And we're going to use each situation to write an equation. So Ted sold 6. So 6x and 1 shiny, so 1y, brought in $84. Cody sold 14 of the plain and one of the shiny and brought in 172. So here I have a 1y and a 1y. I need to multiply one of them by a -1. So if I multiply the top by -1, I get -6x minus y equals -84. The bottom stays the same, so 14x plus y is equal to 172. Add them together, the y's cancel out. 14 minus 6 is 8, so I have 8x, and then 172 minus 84 is 88. So divide both sides by 8 and get x equals 11. So that means the cost of the plane is $11. Then plug that into one of your equations. So 6 times 11 plus y is equal to 84. So 66 plus y is equal to 84. Subtract 66 from both sides. And you get 8, 7, 18. So then it costs $18 for a roll of shiny and $11 for a cost of plain. Now you can plug that in and make sure it's right. You take 14 times 11 plus 18 and you should get 172. Okay, so hopefully that will help you do the assignment.